This video are for people who doesn't know how to use CapCut. They just want to learn it as a beginner. And trust me, you just click the right video. CapCut is one of the best and easy editing software right now in the world. It's very good for beginners and also for pros. And the honest truth, you can't really differentiate a video that was edited by CapCut and also a video that was edited by Premiere Pro. Bro, you can't differentiate. The only thing you can differentiate is who is editing the video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use CapCut as a beginner. No stress, just calm down and let's take it step by step. Now, the first thing you need to do is to download CapCut in your browser. Now, we're going to be using our PC for now. It's also the same thing when using your phone. You can go to Play Store to download it. But for now, we are going to be using our PC or laptop. Go to Chrome, search for CapCut downloader. Click the first link you see, and you'll see something like this and download. Once you download, try to install it. This might actually take some time. Just be patient because you actually want to learn. Now, when it's done installing, you open CapCut. You'll see something like this. Now, when it's done installing, you open CapCut. You'll see something like this. At the right-hand side, you see something called media. What does media actually mean? This is where your videos, your audios are being stored. The place you can go to locate them. For example, I click import. I open. I can click any video I want where it's located on my PC. And now we have a video. Now, if we also go to under the import, we have media, we also have sub-projects. If I click sub-project, it's going to show me work or projects I've actually edited before. It's not necessarily a present project. It can be actually maybe a past project you've edited before or you've done before. That's what it's going to show you. But if you're new to CapCut, you might not actually see this because you've not actually done anything yet. Now, if you go to yours just some of the presets you saved and favorites, some of the things you saved on your CapCut. If you are new also, you might not see that. Now we have generate. Generate is when you can also make AI videos on CapCut. That's crazy. Which many editing software don't really do that right now. You can click your image, open, look for any image you want, then write your prompts and wait for CapCut to help you generate. You can actually check the settings if you want 9:16 ratio. But when you say 9:16, it's the format ratio of your video. Like now, this video you're watching is 16:9. If you want 9:16, which is TikTok size, you also choose. Then you click and generate, which you need to have a credit for that. Now we have space. This is just actually the numbers of space you have on your PC. And with the library, this library consists of templates, background, B-rolls, which is being provided by CapCut. It's not by what is in your PC or your storage. It's provided by CapCut, which is insane. That's crazy. If you click down here, you have Gemini. It's also a place where you can go and generate AI, moving videos, stuff like that. Now, let's go to the next thing, which is the audio. Click the audio. We have different options. You can either import your audio. For example, I can extract an audio from a video. This is when you have a video, or you just actually need the audio. You don't need nothing less than the audio. Okay, let me just go. I have the music here. Okay, let me choose another music. It can be any video. You can see it has appeared here. I drag it here. This place I drag it to is called the timeline, but we'll still get to that. I'm just showing you an example. Let's delete that. Now, in the audio section, you can see yours. Yours means your own personal track you saved, stuff you saved in the past, your favorites. As like I said before, if you're new to CapCut, you might not actually have this on your side. Now we go to music. These are music provided by CapCut. Some of them are not licensed to YouTube. Some of them are not licensed to Facebook or TikTok. You just have to try. Not all of them. You don't have the copyright claim for all of them. So you just have to choose wisely. Well, I think TikTok and Facebook, they allow a lot of sounds compared to YouTube. You can choose the music you want. Just make your choice. Now, sound effects. Now, these are sound effects which by CapCut provide. We have keyboard typing. Just search it. You can search for any. This is my previous search history. Typing, swoosh, riser, boom. Just anything you know. As far as you know the name of the sound effect, just type it. It's going to bring out options, different type. Instead of you going online, start searching, CapCut made it easy. Now, the next thing is this one's copyright. Copyright means, for example, you're done editing your video, you can actually check by clicking that side to know if your sound is actually copyrighted, if there's a copyright claim in that video before you upload. For example, if you're done editing, you can just say, oh, I want to post this on TikTok, let me check. Because you analyze, okay, if it's allowed to post on TikTok or if it's allowed to post on YouTube. That's like it's simple. Now, when we go to text, we have our text. Can default text. See, when I click this, you see this appears on the screen here. Yours also means your favorite, what you saved. If you don't save anything, you're new also, you're not going to see anything. Preset is what you've saved also. Then you come to text effects. These are text effects and templates whereby CapCut actually creates by themselves, which helps you. It makes the work easy for you. CapCut already have presets and text effects for you. So the only thing you need to do is just to come and click it. Now we have a text template. It's also a template whereby CapCut helped you create. It's not too much, but they have a lot of templates you can use as a beginner. Auto caption. This is one of the best future of CapCut. I think this is the reason why many people were using CapCut at first, because they had auto caption. Now, what does auto caption mean? For example, if you're done editing your video and you just want to see some caption, instead of you writing manually, because hello, that takes a lot of time. All you need to do is just click this generate. Everything that you've been said in that video, it's give you an auto caption immediately, give you captions for it immediately. At least is 80% accurate. So you just need to cross-check. Maybe you're not pronouncing a word where it could not detect a certain word from you. Then you just manually adjust it little, just a few little mistakes. But at least I can say is 80% accurate. Now we have the local captions. Local captions are captions that you can just download online. Then you store it here. Just like you like a text, for example, this template. You can just come download it online, then install it here. That's how it works. I have to take it fast now because we have a lot to cover. Stickers. Now in this sticker section, it just consists of stickers and shapes whereby CapCut already has installed. You don't need to download stickers. You just need to type for the stickers. If CapCut has it, it's going to bring it out for you. That's simple. Same as shapes. You have different shapes you can see right here on the screen. Now in this effect section, this is why so many people use CapCut. This is why so many beginners love using CapCut, because it makes it easy. There's some effects whereby Premiere Pro, DaVinci, and the rest, if you want to create it, you have to do it manually, and it takes hours, takes minutes, takes a long time, and it's stressful. But now CapCut made some video effect, which is very easy for you. The only thing you just need to do, search for it. For example, search, then apply. Search. Just one click. That's the crazy part. Just search. You see the one you like. You click it. You download it, and it doesn't take time to download. It's just immediately you drag it to your timeline. That is it. Simple. Now we have the transitions. Also, CapCut has transitions whereby a lot of transitions to make your video seamless and cinematic. You don't need to do it manually again. CapCut has it all. Same to this caption. Same thing I said before. Filters. Now, what are filters in CapCut? Filters in CapCut is actually, can I say, is it color grading on LUTs? You can either use any of this word if you like, but I think I can call it color grading on LUTs. How would I call it? These are already installed LUTs and filters, but you can use it on your video to make your video look more colorful, more cinematic, like what you're saying. Just one click, you already have it. There's a lot of LUTs, landscape LUTs, portrait, landscape LUTs, portrait LUTs, lifestyle LUTs. Just look at it, click it, and that's yours. Don't need to stress yourself color grading or adding filters manually. CapCut has it all. Click adjustments. Adjustments are just when saved LUTs you've already saved. Stuff you've already saved as your favorite, and I'll show you how to save it though. Stuff you've already saved. That's it. These templates here, like I said before, these are already templates that are installed on CapCut. You just need to click one click, then it loads and you apply it on your video. Now we'll go to AI avatar. This AI avatar is actually sweet for you guys that are into AI content. Instead of you taking your time making videos, there are already AI avatars available. You just need to write the prompts, tell you what you want it to say, and you're going to say it. And most of them actually look real. But the only problem now, many of those templates, you might not actually monetize them on a platform like YouTube because a lot of people use them. So You can also create your own avatar, which is crazy. That one is, yeah, you can monetize your own avatar, but using other people's avatar, yeah, I wouldn't say that. That's for AI avatars. Now, in this AI avatar, we have text to speech, just like 11 Labs, whereby you give it a text and you want it to transform into speech. You can choose a voice, same thing. Just CapCut it's just like having ChatGPT, 11 Labs, almost every editing software in one. That's CapCut for you. Now we're done in this section. Now, this place you see here is called the timeline. This is where you drag and put your videos. This is your working space. This place right here, right? Drag materials here and start to create. Now, we're going to drag a material. Let's go to the media back, import. I'll go to media, then drag and put. See, I just drag it and put. This place, let me click explain here quickly. This place is your format ratio, how you want your video to be projected as. I can put it 4:3. You can see it's in change size. I can put it at 2:1. See it's change size. So for this format, I think I want it 16:9 ratio. This is it. Now the next thing we need to do is this plus button you see here is to create a new timeline, just like this one in the same project. If I click it, you see there's another timeline that appear. You see the first one is timeline AM1, timeline 2. Timeline 2 is empty. You can also work on 2 different timelines at once. Then you go to timeline 1. Let's use timeline 1 because it's timeline 1 you've been using. Then this arrow you're seeing here is just A, select. Is to select any video you want. It's just a sign. B is a split, a shortcut. Then now this place you see here is to undo Control Z. If you don't want something, just undo it. Like if I undo everything I've done before, you see it goes back. But I don't want to undo everything. Let me go back a little bit. Undo and redo. Undo and redo. Look, we have undo and redo. Now this place is to split. Now this is where you need to understand it more. When you click a project, for example, you don't want particular area, you can come click here, split, you click it. There's a shortcut for it. This is called Control B. You see, as I click it, you can see it's a split immediately. Now this one is for delete left. Anything like at the left side you want it to be deleted, you can click it. It has been deleted. Now this one is anything at the right side you want it to be deleted. Let me press it the right side, everything went off. That's it. It's simple. You just need to practice more with it. No big deal. It's simple and very sweet to use. Now this place is delete. If you just click, don't need to click, just carry your mouse close to the place, you see delete. If I click it, yeah, immediately the project has been deleted. The other place is called the add marker. You can use your shortcut, which is M, but I don't like using shortcuts. Better you know it first. If I click it, you see it's add the marker here. Click it here. What does this mean? This means, for example, if you're editing a video and here you just don't want to forget the section, but maybe you want to highlight the key points. You can just mark those places. So you can, yeah, this is what you said at this point. So when you're coming back to do the main editing, you can come back and you identify that place immediately. Let me undo that. Now, this other side is crop. You want to crop your videos, you click it, you see you can crop it anyhow you want. Crop it anyhow you want. You can also come here, look for the side, what you want to actually, how you want it to be cropped. Then you press confirm. You can see, very easy. Now, this place, if you want your videos to be like, you want to freeze a particular section of your video. So you want it to be a picture. When you freeze, you watch a video whereby you see everywhere is like the pause everywhere, stuff like that. Let me make one for you. Okay. Let's first make a little bit clip from it. And we'll come here. Where is it? We'll come here. You can see. When I'm playing the video, it's just freeze. It's a cool effect also to use. Now, what's the next one? Reverse. So reverse is when, for example, your video is playing, you want it to just be in a reverse form, same English. You click that also, it reverse the video. You can use that as an effect also. Now the mirror effect is when you click it. For example, let me just click it. You see my body reposition. You see the window here was here before, but now it's here. Let me do it again. Now see the window here, it was here, but if I click it, it's going to reappear the other way around. That's how the effect works. Next one we have down, we have rotate. Same thing. When I click, you see it rotates. Very easy. Now transcribe. What does transcribe actually means? Sometimes you're tired of editing and you want CapCut to help you edit your video, like make some quick cuts. You just want to relax and you want it to be faster. You can actually click that place. You need is an internet connection for that exactly. Then you wait for CapCut. Now, this is what CapCut will do. CapCut will automatically figure out your errors like your mistakes, your repeats, some little silence. It will identify those areas for you so that your editing can actually be faster. You just like giving CapCut your video to help you edit faster, just help you cut some errors, some of your blunders. For example, you make a mistake and you repeat it 5 times just to get the right pronunciation of words. Now CapCut will figure, oh, these are the mistakes you made. Okay, let me remove those sides for you, the bad takes, and leave the good takes. It makes your work faster. Now, this split, like let's see, this one is a split. When you click it, I did what it does. It splits the two areas of what you want. That's all. How the name implies, same way. When you click here, this is called AI extend. See, like drag to extend your clips for either end. Maybe for example, you didn't get a particular shot that you want in your video. You can just tell it, oh, you can just tell it, please help me extend this to so period of time. And give it a prompt, it's to help you extend the video, make it a little bit longer. That's it. It's just like an AI feature. Here, when you click here, you see AI edit. It actually means AI helps you to edit. And also, you can also generate images, motion videos in the same timeline. But the only thing, you have to buy credits for it. Split screen. What does split screen mean? When you click it, it splits the screen, the live field and the preview field. That's what it means. But you have to have a stable internet for it. Remove background. This feature is simple. Like now, this video you're seeing, I can decide to remove the background if I want to, whereby I'll be the only one talking. That's what it does. Auto adjust. Now, auto adjust is just like, for example, if this video is overexposed, I can make it like, and you can see here, the video was overexposed, but now it's better. HD doesn't make your video actually HD or 4K. It depends on what you're using to shoot. Maybe if your video is not that clear, you can just have some little sharpness to it. But I don't really recommend it. But when it comes to stabilization, yeah, you can actually make a video. If your video is shaking, but not too much shaking, but just shaking a little bit, and you want it to be stable, click that. Enhance quality, the same thing. Just help you boost up your video quality a little bit, not much. Next one here is, if you click this place, you'll see what we call extract audio. Extract audio, like I said the other time, if you watch the beginning from the audio section, if you have a video, you just want to remove the audio directly from the timeline. Isolate voice. For example, I'm singing, when there's a background music behind me, I can decide to remove the background music and leave only my voice so you can just hear my voice. And sometimes I can just remove my own voice and let the background music be playing. Enhance audio. In enhance audio, you will see, okay, reduce noise, enhance noise, normalize loudness. By the name, you already know what it means. Reduce noise. If there's a lot of noise around your background, click it. It helps you reduce this noise. It's actually effective. And enhance audio to make your audio more better. You see the way my audio is better, like a little bit good. Yeah, it helps you. It doesn't do a too perfect job. At least I'll probably scale it 80% out of 100. Normalize audio. If you have a loud audio, it helps you bring it to a normal level. I don't want to be making the video so long, so I'm going to be making a part 2 of how you can learn CapCut as a beginner. Very easy, very accessible, and actually use it to edit better videos for yourself. So please kindly subscribe and stay tuned for part 2, because we're going to be breaking every single step easy, just the way I'm doing right now. Thank you.